Okay, here we go.
This smells good.
How do I graph this? 2 and 800. Which one goes where? So x goes to 2. 800 is y.
Still, bro.
So we're going up to 800. 3 and 200. Boom. 3 and 600.
They did, bro.
4 and 600.
They messaged me earlier. You look blue, so I'm like,
4 and 700. Guys, 5, 6 and 100. 6 and 800.
Oh, we did have it on paper.
8 and 800.
yeah, better not record.
9 and 800. And 10 and 500. Alright.
I know.
So, what do you guys think?
Maddie's name's still Among Us. Yeah, you were, bro. How come her name's still
What do you guys
Among
think?
Us if you're
Guys,
single?
focus.
Duh.
Come on, we're recording. Your parents are listening to you.
Hi, Mom.
My dad don't watch YouTube.
Can we draw a line through these?
No. Yeah, maybe so, probably.
It looks like it's kind of shot with a shotgun, right?
Yeah.
There's kind of a correlation, right? If you didn't include these guys, right? But with those guys included, it just pulls away from the whole correlation. So now it would pull that line down here, and if you think about it, that's not a very good correlation between all the data. Does that make sense? Okay? So this one, what do you think the R value would
Hey,
be?
bro, I messed up.
Would it be negative? Looks like both of these values would be negative, right? But we just said that the correlation is very small. Now it's not like 0. So we're talking about maybe 0.6. Okay? Remember, when you get down to 0.6, okay, that means there's no correlation, no linear correlation. Okay? And that's it. So we're testing two things. Can you plot them? And can you tell me, now, here's something you can, if you want to be impressive, you could say, later on in statistics, you would learn that these are what we call outliers.
Who's Mama's?
Are you guys going to listen or not?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh, shut up, Joe.
Okay.
You must be yours.
Outliers. Guys. Okay? Outliers are, I think it's liars. I'd have to look it up. But outliers are, what the hell is wrong with my phone? Outlier. Outlier. Yeah. Alright, so an outlier is basically part of the data that's kind of not looked at. So we're like, you know what, that's so far away from everything else that we're looking at, we're going to not include that. Okay, now you're able to do that if you have a ton of data. This isn't really enough data to have 2 outliers, okay, because there's a approximation of how many outliers you can have, which means less than 1% of your data. Are you guys listening? Sitting there laughing, joking on something that's so important, okay, and so easy. So, for extra credit, if you name these outliers and then you say this is your linear correlation, then it would be a negative, right? Linear correlation with an R value of approximately negative 0.7. Okay? Because it's still not very good, it's still pretty wide, right? So 0.7, maybe 0.75, whatever, okay? Now that is possible if and only if you have outliers. Okay? You have to state that these two are outliers. And that's how you could get extra credit on the test. Questions?